Dozens of exotic animals taken during a raid are being returned to their owner. It comes after 2 days of testimony.
And a judge's decision that the animals were not neglected or abused as we first thought. Fox 10's Brian Webb has the details.
It was a full day of testimony, including investigators, animal advocates, veterinarians, and the owner, Ben Alvarez himself. In the end, the judge found that the sheriff's office did not prove that those animals were being mistreated in any way. This was the scene back in August. Remember this, in the Rio Verde area northeast of the valley? Some 50 animals, including horses and goats, all the way to camels and zebras, taken off the property. It happened after a handful of reports that there wasn't enough water on site. Owner Ben Alvarez was in court. He says he's kept animals on that property dating back to the 90s and that he did fill containers full of water the day before the deputy arrived and even that morning, but a leak caused the water to seep out, and that was the problem, not neglect. Plus, the opposing attorneys argued over the deputy's right to enter the property in the first place without a warrant.
What the officer had been told about the lack of water on that property for at least a day earlier and maybe 4 days earlier, certainly under those circumstances justified the officer getting into the property and checking to see if those animals had water.
I think it was a lack of experience. I think he is a newer deputy, and I think he just did not think things through. But that does not negate that my client has a constitutional right to be free of this unreasonable search and this illegal entry onto his property, Your Honor.
So the judge ruled that those animals should be returned to the property. I spoke to Ben Alvarez today. He told me his attorney suggested he not do an interview until those animals are returned, which could happen by the end of the week. The sheriff's office also released a statement saying they hope now that those animals will get the care they deserve and that the criminal case remains open tonight. In Phoenix, I'm Brian Webb, Fox 10 News.